Hello and welcome back, and especially to all the renegades out there. Um, I just want to take a few seconds and thank you for all the responses under High Ren. Your support for Ren and also for the things that I said was just pretty overwhelming. So yeah, sorry if I can't answer to everything, but you guys are just overwhelming. And I just wanted to thank you for that. To address a little bit of critique that I pause too much, I'm obviously not a native English speaker, and I paused when I needed time to process everything. I feel like if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have been able to understand and also say something to all of that, because he was telling a lot and I needed time to process, and I also needed to get some stuff out. If I would have done this after the video, probably wouldn't remember half of it. And the amazing thing he did there with High Ren was not just telling a story, but also I think he provoked a lot of thoughts. And not just with me, I think with everyone out there, what I saw from the comments. So yeah, I needed to do it, and I will do it again if I feel the need to do it. In the end, I didn't need to do it anymore, so I didn't. That's just the way it was. For some videos, I need to pause all the time and say something, and for some, I don't need to say anything. I think that's just the way it goes. It's the way I handle it, and I hope that's okay. If not, skip what I have to say and enjoy the rest. So yeah, so much for that. To Ren. You guys already told me a lot about him, and I'm very, very happy to continue this journey till the end. What I got from the comments so far, and which is the reason why I chose Sick Boi as the next one. Also, it was recommended a few times that Sick Boi should be one of my firsts. That apparently he went misdiagnosed for a long, long time, and he has Lyme disease, which is, I think, transported through ticks, through a tick bite, if I'm correct. Fun fact on the side, I heard in a podcast, I think last week, that Luigi Mangione also suffering from Lyme disease as well as other stuff, but this is just a fact that came to my mind when I heard that. Yeah. So, and he was misdiagnosed and everything. And also, I read a very good comment that there were a lot of guys listening to metal who also listening to Ren, and one comment put it very well. Who said that his sincerity is just something that really sticks out with him, and I think so too. And that metal and they have this in common in a way, which is why I like this genre so much, like the metal genre, and why I liked High Ren so much. So yeah, that's just a few thoughts. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to get out there before I start. So Sick Boi is a lot shorter, which I'm happy for, because I think for doing the Ren videos, I need to be clear in the head and also have a certain mindset to go through that. I can't do this every day, because High Ren was heavy stuff, and just from the one video, I expect a lot of it in the coming videos. So yeah, I want to take it slow and see when I can do it. But yeah, so we start with Sick Boi, and I'm gonna stop talking for now and start listening. And thanks a lot for all the background info for the video of High Ren. Because yeah, I wouldn't have known that they shot, that this was a one shot. I think you said they did 4 takes, and they did it in an abandoned building, which they were thrown out, but they got 30 more minutes, so they did one more take, and the 4th take was the one taken. Yeah, this is what I all heard in the comments. So that's crazy. And as to what I don't know, I would maybe see Ren as a kind of medieval bard in a way. He plays instruments, he sings, he raps, but I mean there was also acting in there. Of course, it's his true feelings he portrayed there, but you need some degree of acting in there to just make it visible like that in High Ren. So I would say a new age bard is more what he is in a way. But I haven't seen a lot, so this is just coming from the impression of High Ren so far. But also I think it's a very, very, I see it in a very positive way to put it, to portray him as a bard in a way. He can do everything and tell a story and captivate the people. That's what I mean with that. I leave the subtitles off because High Ren didn't work at all. It was bad. So I just try to catch as much as I can. And now we start. And it looks almost like High Ren already.
Thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making music.
Okay, I have to say I got a bit of a problem understanding everything because the music is a bit louder, at least for me. Like the bass is very hammering, so it's hard to understand. Is this song about his journey through all the diagnosis and everything? That reminds me so much of Ghost in the Shell.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, damn cell, poster boy, pass out, white noise, quick fix, snake oil, I'm about to break boy. Oh, what a shame, he's in pain, have another go, take another pill, here, take a couple more, let's see how you're doing in another week or so, you'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show, derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan, complications with the medication, inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground, I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound, I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing comes up right away. What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths with me. In and out. In and out. Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not sick, we are sick. We are standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick? Sick boy, looking for a fix boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the pick boy. Record label meetings that commodify your gift boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I bleed in myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
Okay, that didn't feel like 3 minutes. I think I want to go through that again and then add something. But what I want to say now is that I would say this is more of a rap song than High Ren, but this is also a song I could hear more often. Because with High Ren, it was like a very, very good but also devastating movie, which you maybe gonna watch once in don't know 1 or 2 years, and which could be your favorite movie, but you can't always watch that because it's just a lot, and that's what High Ren is for me. There's also a lot in there, but it's only 3 minutes, and I really like the song in itself. So yeah. Also, there I couldn't really react to anything by there. I mean, I tried to figure to get everything, and I got some idea, but I want to go through it again. So if you want to come with me, I hope you enjoy it. So cool how he puts the guitar strokes in there.
Hi Ren, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making music.
So, a therapist or something, therapist or what's it called? Shrink? I think it's telling him that all of that comes from his mind, and this is something that happens a lot, and I would say also a lot to women, that they get misdiagnosed by, like, when you got health issues with your body, and sometimes like trauma response is a real thing. Childhood trauma that affects your behavior, and you learn a behavior a certain way, which is not the right way to respond, but you respond that way as a child, and then how you learn how to respond, and it kind of limits your response as an adult, and you have to go a long distance just to unlearn that wrongly learned behavior. I hope that wasn't too complicated. That is a real thing, and it causes problems and depression, and that's just me, but I think everyone should go to therapy, because it's just something that helps and uncover why you do some stuff which you wouldn't think about why you do it. It can help, and it can help improve your life if you're open for that. And everyone has some behavior that's in there that's maybe not good. And back in the days, usually people cope with it through drinking, alcoholism, drugs, etc. Or, don't know, beating your wife. But it happens a lot to women, especially because, if you don't know, but most drugs are tested on male patients. But the physiology of male and female bodies is just different. And so, yeah, there's just a problem. And if you can't find the problem like it's described in a medical book and everything, it could be because it was tested on a man. And I think you get the point. Sorry. Yeah, this is probably not the place to go into this discussion, but still, it's also a thing. And I think he gets misdiagnosed with psychological problems, which will be there, but also they are not the cause, but it's the Lyme disease, which went wrongfully diagnosed for years, I think. I think that's what he's trying to say there, right? And I muted it. Oops. There you are, thinking that something's wrong with your mind when actually your body's attacking you. By the way, another example for this. At the moment I'm suffering from burnout and depression, but I also have a problem with my what it's called thyroid, an underfunction, and which also means that my body just can't produce the hormones I need, or enough of them, so I need to take medication for that. And a lot of the symptoms of a thyroid underfunction are the same symptoms like with a depression. So this is why when you get to a therapist, or like, shit, what is the word? Shrink. It's not the correct word, but you know what I mean. You also have to do a blood test because they want to see if maybe some hormones are the problem. And the thing is, you could have thyroid underfunction and have the same symptoms as a depression, and when you get the hormones, you're going to be fine. But it could also not be the case. And right now, my hormones are fine. The thyroid hormones, whatever, they're fine now, but I still get the same problems. And sometimes what I want to say is it's good to look for the source, but if you find one source, it doesn't mean that the other source is not also present. And imagine after my blood test, they would just prescribe me medication and just leave it at that because they found the origin, supposedly. And just leave it with the medication that wouldn't have been enough or sufficient. That's what I want to say. So sometimes it's one thing, sometimes it's the other thing. Maybe it's both things even. And then it gets complicated, but you have to attack the problem from every direction, I think. Yeah, and try to understand it, not just throw drugs at people, which I know, especially in the US, is a problem.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, stem cell, poster boy, pass out, white noise, quick fix, snake oil, I'm about to break boy. Oh, what a shame, he's in pain, have another go, take another pill, here, take a couple more, let's see how you're doing in another week or so, you'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show.
That he just, I looked at 25 seconds to perfectly describe a really big problem. Because they will, as I said, just throw drugs at you and see if it goes better or not. And there's so many side effects that at some point, and it happens to a lot of people, I think, that you take more drugs to fight the side effects of the one drug or the two drugs you have to really get, that you take so much more. And I'm in the privileged position that I got doctors in my family, and my uncle once said that to me: take the least amount of medication possible, and just as much for the really difficult stuff you can't deal with. Least amount possible and maximum amount you need. So that's the right balance if you really need to do medication. And for things you can fix, try to fix them without that. And then, like, for example, I regularly get neck pain that goes into full headache. Of course, every time I get this, I can take pain medication until it goes away. Or I do yoga a few times a week, and it doesn't happen as often. Like, if I usually got it once a week at least, now it's once in 2 months. And that's what I mean by that. Try to find another way how it could work. If it's possible. For some things, it's not possible and you need medication. That's absolutely right. But yeah, try to figure it out.
Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan, complications with the medication, inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer.
Yeah, pain medication, for example.
Dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration.
Yeah. You're building up toleration and you need more and more and more until it doesn't work anymore. And when you really need it, it doesn't work anymore. And that is also a problem.
Soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay
What a crazy
if nothing
situation.
comes up right away. What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths with me. In.
Yeah, and again, they're trying to heal his mind when his body's the problem. And it just seems ridiculous in this situation to just breathe in and out. And talking about childhood trauma when your body really kills you. So it has to be frustrating. But at this point, he's maybe drugged to a point where he doesn't even care anymore or can't even catch his thoughts when he's asked for them.
And out. In and out. Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not sick, we are sick. We are standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick? Sick boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the pick, boy. Record label meetings that commodify your gift, boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy?
It is super interesting how he comes from his personal history of being diagnosed wrongfully to a complete critique to modern society and also the capitalism we're living in. And as you guys told me that he's still an independent artist and refuses to work with any record labels, which I think makes a lot of sense for him. And to be honest, thankfully, we live in a world where this is not, you don't need that anymore. And I think YouTube has a real big part of it. And also social media. Social media is a double-edged sword all the way, but there are upsides, and this is one of them, that someone like Ren can really independently put out music and people can make it famous just because of the quality and honesty of it. And there's really an upside of all this. So, and yeah, I heard something like, yeah, don't you want to be rich? And we also, I cannot recall it, what he said exactly, but yeah, that we basically have everything and still we refuse to act like we have everything and also spread all the wealth, and we are the problem, which we are, to be fair. And yeah, it's happening everywhere in the world, and we can see the world getting destroyed in front of our very eyes. And this is I think this is a feeling that especially a lot of young people today have, and it is frustrating and depressing in itself. Crazy.
Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain?
And why even do it for, like, how much profit do you need? I think that is one thing I will never understand. Just you know, we are already so privileged if you got like a roof over your head, and something to eat, and you don't have to wonder if you're gonna eat tomorrow. That is so much. Um, why do you need 10 cars that is so expensive that you could feed um, maybe a smaller country for a decade? Why do we need that? Why is there people out there who really think they need that? That is so absurd. Like, the luxury in my life is I can afford to have a dog. I can pay rent. I got books. I got my PC. And to be honest, at the moment there is nothing more that I need. Like, literally nothing. So yeah, I don't get it. I think he doesn't get it either.
Bleeding myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
I mean, it didn't hit so hard. Didn't hit as hard as High Ren, but it was amazing. And as I said, I would listen to this regularly, because it's just really a good song, and I like the emotion he puts into the song. You just really can tell that it's sincere, it's honest, and he's just writing what he thinks, and I think he's right. He's just telling the truth. And I really want to say that it's not that rare nowadays, but it is. And that is in a way terrifying, if you ask me. So yeah, nothing but respect for the Sick Boi, and I hope he gets better. Probably never gonna go away, but I hope he gets the best help he can get. Real help. And that he has a happy, long life, or at least happier, longer life, and we will see much more from him. Yeah. Please tell me where to go next. I will take everything into consideration, but like the title of I've forgotten their names. There was one title of a song that where I really thought this is gonna be tragic. I'm gonna like it, but it will also leave a mark. So with that one, I probably gonna wait till I feel like it. There's also Money. There were also mentionings of Black Sabbath cover with his band, so I'm looking forward to that because I think this one's gonna be fun. Maybe. Yeah, probably. You can tell with Ren, I guess. But we're gonna look into it. So I hope I will see you in the next one, and have a great day.